Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about some of the finer details of Sushi no Kon, one of our very fundamental, very first bow kata in Kokusai Rengokai Kobudo. These videos that talk about finer details are designed for my students that already know the kata. I'm not teaching you the kata in this. I'm going to refine the kata, talking about stances, how you move, how you strike, things of that nature. So that being said, this is Sushi no Kon with a little bit of finer details. Once again, the best way to learn all this stuff is to be in the dojo, to be training with your sensei, and let him correct you when you make a mistake. That is the only way you truly can master anything, is underneath the watchful eye of somebody who's already been through the same thing you're going through. So Sushi no Kon with the finer details. Starts here, escape, right? Go to yoi. Okay, you're going to step back and bring your bow up and strike. When you do this, notice I'm shifting my weight forward and I'm reaching my weapon out. As you can see, I moved my hands on it. Okay? And then I'm going to re-pull back to a cat stance and hook. It's not a big hook, it's just a simple hook. Sweeping my technique, setting in a shiko, striking behind myself, and then I pop back up, and I want to keep this on an even keel and punch right to the center. Now you notice that's right in front of my face. It's not up here, it's not down here, it's right there. Then I'm going to step out. When I do this, I'm using my right hand. I'm going to block very hard to the side, making sure it's outside my body. Then I look over my shoulder, and I'm going to rotate my weapon around and block to the other side, making sure it's outside my body. Then I shift my weapon up. I'm going to slide out a little bit and reach out and strike. Pull back to that cat stance and do that really quick chopping motion here. Drop your heel, slide away, switch stance. Notice the bow didn't move. Okay, it's still in the chamber position it was. Now I'm going to block across. Don't block here, block across the body. Slide back and forward, pull up and poke. It is a poke, it's not a stab, it's a poke motion. Okay? Right from here, I'm going to drop my heel, step out, put my feet in an L shape, or what we call a 90 degree, and strike. Bring my toes together and curl the weapon. You'll notice the weapon is still eye height. I turn back to the front and I strike. Repeat that exact same thing 2 more times. Okay. Now I'm going to keep my gaze to the front as I step back into a shiko, block with my right, strike with my left. I'm going to keep looking, step across, set back down in a shiko, look, punch, kiai, strike, kiai, bring your heels together, back up, sanchin, still looking, to the front, and then yamei. Back around, and right. And that's some of the finer details of Sushi no Kon. Now, keep in mind, when you're utilizing a bow, it's a weapon that's designed for long range. So you don't want to beginners keep their hands at 2/3, 1/3, 1/3, 2/3. Okay? Advanced, the hands are constantly sliding on the weapon. Okay? So I can reach out and hit. And then see how that slid right there? And pull. These are some of the finer details of Sushi no Kon. And I hope that it helps you guys. It's something you can't really learn via video. But it's nice to have a reference video out there. And that's what these are. They're not there to teach you the weapons. They're just reference videos. Keep in mind, too, that when you do this kata, a lot of the motions, like when you're doing your block after you did your punch kiai here, the hip motion is where the power comes from. That's where your power is. That's where your power is. See those motions? So just work on it. Anyway, if you got any questions, hit me up in the dojo. As always, let's work, let's train.